Good day, everyone. Welcome to our topic for today. All right, our topic for today is all about circulatory system. Our most essential learning competency is explain how the respiratory and circulatory systems work together to transport nutrients, gases, and other molecules to and from the different parts of the body. Good day, everyone. Once again, hello. Kumakaway na naman po si Sir O. Have a nice day, rise and shine. Now, our objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learners must be able to identify the parts of the circulatory system, describe the functions of each part of the circulatory system, describe blood flow in and out of the heart, and explain the three types of circulation. Let's proceed. Are you ready? Circulatory system. The parts of the circulatory system are also known as the transport system of the body. Circulatory system is also known as the cardiovascular system because when we say cardio, it's all about heart. And when we say vascular, it's all about the vessel. Kaya nga mapapansin nyo, if you are a doctor with a specialization of in heart, that is what we call cardiologist. Now, circulatory system is the life support structure that nourishes your cells with nutrients from the food you eat and oxygen from the air you breathe. Also, it supplies the materials such as oxygen and other substances necessary for growth, repair, function, and removal of waste materials. We have three major parts of circulatory system. We have the heart, blood vessel, and the blood. Now let's talk about blood vessels. When we say blood vessels, it carries blood throughout the different parts of the body and back to the heart. We have three types of blood vessels. We have artery, we have capillaries, and also we have what we call the vein. Now let's talk about arteries. When we say arteries, are the blood vessels made of thick, elastic layers of connective smooth muscles and tissues and do not contain valves. About 30% of the blood in the circulatory system is found in the artery. Arteries also carries oxygenated blood away from the heart to the cells, tissues, and organs of the body. So always remember our mnemonic is arteries, start with letter A, away means papalayo. Also, the artery, the small arteries is what we call arterioles. Alright? Now, when we say blood vessels, the second type is veins. And when we say veins, it carries deoxygenated blood back to the heart. So always remember our mnemonic is back. So veins, back. Hindi siya vac, back. Alright? Also, veins are thin, elastic blood vessels with wider circumference and valves that only allows a one-way flow of blood. Unlike the arteries, veins cannot expand and contract to make blood flow. The small veins is what we call venules. Next, when we say capillaries, it is the smallest blood vessels and actual sites where gases and nutrients are exchanged. As you can see here, about 5% of blood in the circulatory system can be found in capillaries. And also, it is a thin-walled, narrow, and smallest blood vessels connecting the arterioles. We have the arterioles and the venules. Next, aside the major parts, we have what we call the blood. When we say blood, blood carries essential materials into the cells of the entire body through the blood vessels. It is used for transport of gases, nutrients, waste, cells, hormones throughout the body. The whole blood is made up of different materials. We have the plasma, the red blood cells, the white blood cells, and also the platelets. So ito yung blood after niyang macentrifuge. Now, plasma. 55% of blood is made up of plasma. Also, it is the liquid portion of the blood. 95% of plasma is water, and the 8% is proteins. Next, we have what we call the red blood cells. The other term for red blood cells is erythrocytes. It transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. It contains hemoglobin. Also, it is a biconcave disc and no nucleus at maturity. And also most of the blood is made up in what we call in a bone marrow. That is where the blood is being made. Next, we have what we call the white blood cells, or the WBC, is also known as the leukocytes. It is the soldier blood of the cells, or defends the body against foreign bodies that may enter it. So that's the structure of white blood cells. Kaya pag may mga infection or also sa ating ding immune system, so si white blood cells ang lumalaban. Next, we have what we call the platelets. Platelets, the other term is thrombocytes. So, help form clots that control bleeding. Kaya pag ikaw ay nasusugatan, yan, dapat maklat agad. Nagkaroon agad ng clotting. Then, si platelets, siya yung involved doon. No, parang siya yung tatagpin ng sugat ng kahapon. Char. Alright? Aside from the blood vessels, the blood, let's talk about heart. Heart. Do you have heart? Of course. Heart, it pumps the blood throughout the body. Also, it is made up of cardiac muscles, which have the ability to make the heart pump blood. It is an involuntary and beat in a steady rhythm without getting tired. Di ba? Sabi dito, ang puso daw ay tumitibok involuntarily. At sabi, hindi daw siya napapagod. Kaya sila nagsabing nakakapagod magmahal. Kaya yung mga napapagod magmahal, pakicheck nga ng puso kung tumitibok pa. Char. Alright, structure of the heart. The structure of the heart, inside of the heart, is divided into two sections. We have the oxygen-rich and the oxygen-poor blood. Separate in each side of the heart is also divided into two sections. We have the right side of the heart and also we have the left side of the heart. The left side of the heart is the oxygen-rich blood and the right side of the heart is the oxygen-poor blood. And each section of the heart is called the chamber. We have four chambers of the heart. And these four chambers have special names. The upper chamber is called atrium, and its plural is atria. This is the upper chamber. We have the right atrium and we have the left atrium. The atria collect blood that enters the heart. And the lower chamber is called ventricle. We have the right ventricle and we have the left ventricle. The ventricles pump blood out of the heart. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body. It means ito yung blood na walang dalang oxygen. Okay? Sa left atrium naman, receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. So, meron siyang dalang oxygen na nagmula kay lungs. Again, according to the definition, atrium or atria collect blood that enters the heart. Meaning, yung blood dito siya papasok. Now, right ventricle. It pumps blood towards the lungs. So, itong right ventricle, magpapump siya ng blood papunta kay lungs. And si left ventricle pumps blood from the heart into the different parts of the body. Yan, into the different parts of the body. Again, ventricles means pump blood out of the heart. That's the fourth chamber. The other parts of the heart, we have what we call pulmonary arteries. So ano nga ba pag sinabi natin pulmonary artery? So ito yon. Ito yung pulmonary artery natin. These are the arteries that carry blood to the lungs. So as you can see here, so we are done with the atrium and the ventricle. We have pulmonary artery going. We have left pulmonary artery, and also we have the right pulmonary artery. So, saan daw ito papunta? Kay lungs. Magdadala ng blood papunta kay lungs. Sorry. We have also pulmonary veins. These are the blood vessels that carry blood from the lungs to the heart. Kung si pulmonary artery, again, artery away, nagdala ng blood papunta kay lungs, si pulmonary vein naman, siya naman yung magdadala ng blood mula kay lungs papunta kay heart. We have left pulmonary veins and also we have the right, this one, right pulmonary veins. At dito sila magtatagpo kay left atrium. Alright, so veins, back to the heart. Next, we have what we call aorta. When we say aorta, it is a large artery. This one, aorta, is a large artery that distributes blood from the heart. So again, that distributes blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Meaning, ito yung dugo na may dalang oxygen at magdi-deliver niya siya kay different parts of the body. It's either on the left side part of the body or on the left side organs. The other one is on the right side organ and on the upper part organs of the body. Like brain, what else? kidney, stomach. Next, we have other parts of the heart. We have what we call this vena cava. We have superior vena cava. This is the superior vena cava. It carries oxygen, poor blood, or deoxygenated blood from the head, neck, arm, and chest area of the body to the right atrium. So, to the right atrium, superior vena cava. So, meaning yung blood na dala nito ay nanggaling sa upper part ng ating katawan. Now, when we say inferior vena cava, it carries poor blood din or deoxygenated blood. Ito naman yung mga blood na galing sa lower part ng ating katawan, like legs, back, abdomen, and pelvis, and also magtatagpo sila kay right atrium. So, dun siya. Next, we have what we call the septum. When we say septum, it is a thick wall that divides the left, and the right sides of the heart. The left contains oxygenated blood, and the right contains deoxygenated blood, or the poor oxygen blood. Next, we have what we call the valves. When we say valves in the heart, are flaps of muscles that prevent blood from backflowing. Okay? So, meron pala noon. We have two types of valves. We have atrioventricular valves, and also we have semilunar valves. So, what is the difference between the two? When we say atrioventricular valves, or also known as the cuspid valves, are located between the atria and ventricles. So, located daw siya between kay atria or atrium and ventricles. So, dito siya. And when we say semilunar valves, located at the bases of large vessels, leaving the ventricles. Okay? Atrioventricular valves, since it is located between the right atrium and the right ventricle, meron siyang valve pala doon. At itong valve na to, ang tawag natin ay tricuspid valve, or the right atrioventricular. And also, on the left side of the heart, between left atrium and left ventricle, meron man tayong tinatawag na bicuspid valve, or also known as the left atrioventricular. As other term for bicuspid valve is mitral valve. Okay? So again, what is the purpose of that blood? Para yung blood of this valve, para yung blood from the atria or atrium, pag bumaba siya papunta kay ventricle, ay hindi siya magba-backflow or babalik. Alright? Sabi nga doon, are flap of muscles that prevent blood from backflowing. Ibig sabihin, one direction lang siya. Ibig sabihin, yung mga dumaan sa ating puso, huwag na nating balikan. No? Char. Alright, aside from atrioventricular valves, we have what we call semilunar valves. Ano pa pag sinabi nating semilunar valves? Semilunar valves located at the bases of large vessels leaving the ventricles. We have two types of semilunar valves. We have pulmonary semilunar valves. When we say pulmonary semilunar valve, this is a pulmonary semilunar valves. So, papunta na siya, yung blood, it is between the pulmonary artery and the right ventricle. That is a pulmonary semilunar valves. So, meaning, pag yung blood pumasok na, hindi na siya babalik. Next, we have what we call aortic valve or aortic semilunar valve. Dito naman siya. it is between left ventricle and aorta. Okay? That is a semi-lunar valves. That is the valves of the heart. Next, stages of a heartbeat. Yan. So as you can see here, we have the heart, the left and the right part. A heartbeat begins with the heart muscle relaxed and valves close. Blood flows into two atria and both sides fill up with blood. So this one, we have deoxygenated blood or oxygen-poor blood, and we have oxygenated blood. So mapupuno si atria. Then, stage 2, the atria contract and the blood is squeezed, which causes the valves leading to the ventricles to open. Alright, pag napuno na yung atria, magbubukas na yung two valves natin. At yung valve na yon ay we have the tricuspid valve and we have the mitral valve or bicuspid valve. Magbubukas siya. Papasok na yung mga blood. Then after that valves between the atria and the ventricles close. So pag napuno na siya, magko-close na yon. Okay? Magko-close na yung ating atrioventricular valves. This prevents any backflow. Para one direction lang tayo. Next. Almost immediately, the ventricles contract and the blood is squeezed again. So pag napuno siya, pupunta naman siya dito sa ating tinatawag na semilunar valves. So yung deoxygenated blood, dadaan siya dito kay pulmonary semilunar valve, papunta kay lungs. At ito naman, valve natin na aortic semilunar valves na may dalang oxygen blood or blood with oxygen. Magpapunta naman siya sa different kay aorta and the different parts of the body. That is, a blood is pumped out of the heart. That's why how the heart beats. So when the ventricles are empty, the valves leading out of the heart closes and the heart muscle relaxes again. Meaning this completes the sequence of contraction and relaxation in one heartbeat. So again, the atria fill up with blood as the heartbeat sequence begins again. So ulit-ulit lang. So listening to a beating heart, that is, marinig natin ay lub-dub, lub-dub. So as you can see on this picture, so lub, kapag dumaan yung blood sa ating atrioventricular valves, kung makapapansin nyo, pag dumaan siya sa ating atrioventricular, we have tricuspid and bicuspid valve, magkikreate siya ng sound na lub. Okay? The lub is causing by the closing of the valves leading to the ventricles. Now, kapag naman napuno na yung ating ventricles, papunta na siya kay semilunar valve. Magbubukas yung ating valves. Kapag nagbukas yun, okay, mag-create naman siya ng sound na tinatawag na dub. Is caused by the closing of the valves leading out of the heart. Pag siya ay nagbukas, lalabas na yung blood, at pag nagsara na siya, yung ating valve, dub yung maririnig natin. Kaya pag tumaan yung blood sa ating heart, sa part ng valve, dalawang sound lang maririnig natin. We have the lub, dub, lub, dub. Kaya, pag tinanong ko kayo, what is the sound of the heart? Do not answer Russell, Russell, Russell. Ha ha ha. No, it should be lub-dub, lub-dub. Okay? Now, we have types of circulation. System in the body. Alright? We have three types of circulation. We have pulmonary circulation, systemic circulation, And also we have coronary circulation. What is the difference between those three? When we say pulmonary circulation, it is the movement of blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. Okay? Again, it is the movement of blood from the heart. So as you can see here, kunwari itong aking arrow, itong cursor ko. Okay? So, can I have a highlighter? So, oxygen poor kasi tayo ngayon. So, gagamit ako ng blue. Gamit lang ako ng ano. So, since oxygen poor blood tayo, so gagamit ako. For example, ito yung blood. Blood that carries deoxygenated blood. So, yung blood from the different parts of the body, ito yung blood na walang dalang oxygen. Okay? Papasok siya kay tinatawag nating superior vena cava. So, ito yung galing sa upper part. At meron din tayong blood na mula kay inferior vena cava o dun sa ilalim, sa mga legs. At itong mga blood na to, itong deoxygenated blood, magtatagpo sila kay right atrium. Okay? Now, after that right atrium, pag napuno na si right atrium, itong ating chamber na to, bababa siya kay right ventricle. Okay? Pero bago siya bumaba kay right ventricle, at pag napuno na ang ating right ventricle, dadaan siya kay tricuspid valve. Okay? Pag dumaan siya kay tricuspid valve at napuno na ang ating right ventricle, magkuklose ang tricuspid valve at magkakaroon ng tunog na tinatawag na lub. Okay? Pag napuno na ang ating right ventricle ng deoxygenated blood, pupunta naman siya kay pulmonary artery. Okay? Pulmonary artery. Pero bago siya makapunta doon, dadaan muna siya kay pulmonary semilunar valve. Okay? This one. The pulmonary semilunar valve. At pag dumaan siya doon at pag nag-close si valve na to, mag-create naman ng sound na dub. Okay? Dub. Now, so itong deoxygenated blood, lalabas na siya, dadaan siya kay pulmonary artery. So, since this one is sa left, pupunta siya kay left, sabi doon, movement of blood from the heart. So, galing na siya kay heart, saan nga siya pupunta? To the lungs. So, pupunta siya kay lungs, kay left lung. At ito naman sa right, alright, sa right part natin, pupunta naman siya kay right part of the lung. So, this one. So, dito naman siya pupunta. At babalik ulit siya. So, ang tawag natin doon ay pulmonary circulation. Alright? Next. Next circulation is what we called systemic circulation. So, gamit tayo ng highlighter na color red. Kasi, galing na siya kay lungs. Now, pag doon sa lungs natin, doon sa alveoli or doon sa air sacs, di ba pinag-aralan natin, nagkakaroon ng exchange of gases doon. So doon, magpapalit ng gas from carbon dioxide to oxygen. Therefore, from the lungs, when we say systemic circulation, it's the movement of blood from the heart to the rest of the body, excluding the lungs. Now, meron na tayong oxygenated blood. Saan nga nang galing yung oxygen? Oxygenated blood? Kay lungs. Papasok siya kay pulmonary vein. vein, back, diba? Sabihin, back. So we have pulmonary vein from left, pulmonary vein from right. So magtatagpo sila kay left atrium. Okay? So pag napuno na tong chamber na to, bababa siya kay left ventricle. Itong blood na to, bababa kay left ventricle. Pero bago siya makababa kay left ventricle, kailangan niya munang dumaan kay valve. Anong valve to? Mitral valve. Okay? Or bicuspid valve. Okay? Or what we call the bicuspid valve. Okay? Pag napuno ng ating right ventricle, magsasara to, itong valve natin, itong mitral valve, at anong tunog? Lub. Okay? So, same lang sila. Ni tricuspid and bicuspid at sabay sila. So, bakit hindi pwede mag-backflow? Okay? Pero merong iba, may mga cases na nagkakaroon ng, if you are familiar sa mga, pag nagiging incomplete yung closing of valve, minsan meron tayong tinatawag na MVP or the mitral valve prolapse. So, meaning, nagkakaroon ng, or what we call the heart murmur. Ano? So, pag nagkakaroon ng turbulence or incomplete closing of valve. So, ang tawag natin doon ay heart murmur. Now, pag napuno na tong ating left ventricle, so lalabas naman siya, papunta naman siya kay aorta. Pero bago siya pumunta kay aorta, kailangan niya munang dumaan sa aortic semilunar valve. Okay? At pag nagsara to, mag-create ng sound na dub. So, sabay tong, so same sila ng sound. Okay? Now, from left ventricle, papunta kay aorta, at the role of aorta is to deliver the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body or to the different organs of the body. Okay? Next, coronary circulation. When we say coronary circulation, it is the movement of blood through the tissues of the heart. Meaning, dito lang siya nagfo-flow. So, sa loob lamang siya ng blood or within the heart or within the tissues of the heart. So, dito lang siya sa loob niya. Or this one. We have the SA node. Yan. So, dito lang siya sa loob. Okay? Next. Now, how does blood circulate around the body? Now, ito nga yun. Sample. So, the left side of the heart pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. Now, anong tawag nga doon? Sa nagdadala ng oxygenated blood. So, anong tawag nga natin doon sa nagdadala ng oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body? So, we have systemic circulation, alright? So, makapansin nyo, may dala na siyang oxygen na blood. So, this one, yan, hindi ipakita. So, ito, oxygenated blood. Pangit. At tayo maganda. Ito, oxygenated blood. So, saan siya pupunta? Kay body cells. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung blood na may dalang oxygen, magsusupply na siya ng oxygen papunta kay body cells. Ano-ano ba yung mga body cells? For example, kidney. So, yung kidney, kailangang bigyan kailangan siyang puntahan na blood at magdala ng oxygen para mag-function sa kidney. Also, sa brain, pupunta ang blood kay brain na may dalang oxygen para mag-function ang brain. Okay? Para hindi kulangin ng oxygen. So, ganun din sa stomach. Kailangan, napakahalaga ng blood kasi kailangan niya magdala ng oxygen. Yung oxygen, siya yung magpapa-function sa different parts of the body. Now, kapag nagkukulang ng, halimbawa, bumabagal or nagiging kakaunti yung pagdala ng blood na may dalang oxygen, doon nagkakaroon, lalo na pag low blood, so meaning, there's a possibility na magkaroon ng multi-organ failure. Alright? Now, kapag na-deliver na yung mga oxygenated blood into the different body cells, so yung blood, wala ng oxygen, di ba? So, mapapalitan na siya ng deoxygenated blood or oxygen poor blood. Therefore, this blood picks up carbon dioxide from the body cells. And this oxygen-poor blood then travels back to the right side of the heart. Okay? Next, the right side of the heart pumps oxygen-poor blood to the lungs. Kaya nga, anong tawag natin dito? Pulmonary circulation, di ba? For example, ito yung deoxygenated blood. Ito yung dugo or blood na walang dalang oxygen. Papasok siya ulit kay right atrium, right ventricle, and going to the lungs. And in the lungs, the blood gets rid of the waste carbon dioxide and collects more oxygen. So dito, kay lungs, magpapalit ng oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange dun sa part ng alveoli or air sacs. At yun naman ang i-breathe out natin, the carbon dioxide. And after that, so si blood ko-collect ng oxygen kay lungs. And after niya mag-collect ng oxygen kay lungs, si blood magiging oxygen rich. Mayaman na ulit si blood ng oxygen. At babalik ulit siya sa left side of the heart. Okay? At yun ang ating complete cycle. So that is how blood circulates around the body. And this completes the blood's journey around your body. And during one complete circuit of the body, blood passes through the heart twice. Again, the blood passes through the heart twice. The heart has two jobs to do, and so the circulatory system involves a double circulation. Okay? It is what we call the double circulation or the dual circulation. That's all. Thank you for listening. So our credits, thank you very much to all. Thank you po. To God be all the glory.